My house almost got set on fire. I'm not even kidding you. This is what happened to my power strip. See? It literally got melted. So this is what happened. Yesterday, it's the coldest day in Hong Kong. It's about 5 degrees Celsius. So I had one of these for about 2.5 years. It's a Dyson HP06. Great fan. What happens is that it's a hot, cool fan. So in wintertime, I amp this up, turn on the heat. Sometimes I'll leave the house. Not a good idea. So this was actually stuck onto here and I couldn't pull it out. And it turned out that it melted the plastic, but this fuse didn't blow. There's a fuse in this, there's a fuse in this. So it's not this. I mean, this still works and this still works. Hong Kong uses 220 volts of electricity, which is actually really high. And this thing is 13A. And supposedly the output is really high when you turn it onto the heating function. I don't know if you can see it, but do you see how the plastic is basically puffing up? And this thing is on the verge of melting. It still smells like burnt plastic. If anything, it's probably toxic. So it's 13A 250V. I asked my building management and I said, hey, yo, if I'm not plugging it into a power strip, which it can take 13A, what if I plug it into the wall? They're like, oh, it only takes 13A. So I'm like, what if something happens to this that causes a higher electricity demand? Then isn't it gonna blow my house up? So I called up Dyson today. I'm like, hey, yo, I know this thing is past its warranty by half a year. I want to know what's going on because the power strip still works. This thing's fuse didn't blow out, but it gets really, really hot. They basically got back to me in less than a minute and they said, hey, we're going to waive all the fees to have it shipped to them, back to me, to get it inspected. It's all on them. However, I have to pay for the repairs, the parts, and the labor. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds like a sweet deal. I think one of the reasons is probably because they asked that the fuse was supposed to go. I'm not sure. That's my speculation. Allegedly, that may be what's going on. Because usually when something's past warranty, they're not that nice about it here. Anyway, I got the new power strip. This one has the surge protection. Also, I think it has a fuse in this. So if something happens, this will probably go out on its own. But for those of you who's wondering what's going on, for these things, I'm like, it's just a heat cool fan. But no. One of my friends told me if you take 13A times 250 volts, that's like 3,250. That's actually very high output for this device, which doesn't even look that way. To put it into perspective, correct me if I'm wrong, is pretty much like plugging in our kitchen, the heatless stove, not the gas stove, but the, what do you call those? The fireless cooking device, whatever you call it. It's like plugging that into a power strip. That's really scary. Oh my God, like I didn't even think that it's like that.
Please help keep our channel alive and help us help more animals in need. See the stuff we use and the perks we get. You might find it useful. Check out the links in the description. Your one click will make a huge difference. Thanks. Meow.
Yeah, so if you wouldn't plug that into the power strip, neither would you plug this into the power strip. That isn't designed to take the higher loads, but this one was, so don't know what happened. So just a bit of a PSA there. My house could have blown up, could have set it on fire because, as I said, I have a habit of turning it on and just leaving the house because my cats are here. So make sure a few things: the power output, the power strip if it can take it, your wall if it can take it. Get these things looked after, check the temperature of this thing, and get home insurance. Yeah. Okay, I'm really scared right now. Anyway, I just thought I should do a PSA video in case any one of you are using any of these, because for me, it's just an innocent looking machine that I didn't expect would have such a high electricity demand. Yeah. Anyone in the audience, feel free to explain to me if you know any technical things about electricity. But yeah, stay safe, everyone.